I'm Robbie. Zena's brother. I'm the oldest of the three. This is my wife, Cynthia.
Hello.
This is my daughter, Summer.
Hi.
It was Glenn that mentioned Summer earlier, and she wasn't here. She was here, yeah. We were all sitting at the table, and she kind of stood up and said, you know what, I want to change. And she just said what we were all thinking, and she went and got changed. I had a speech written that was really, I thought it was awesome. And I forgot it at home in Virginia, and then somebody took a picture of it and emailed it to me, and it wasn't awesome at all. So now I'm limiting myself to a napkin. It was sort of 1 part SNL and 3 parts Tolstoy. So I'm gonna be a little shorter. Reed and I were kind of a pain. We just weren't the easiest kids. And this was particularly highlighted by how perfect Zena was. I mean, anything you can think of, Zena did well. She was smart. I mean, not like smart, like, oh, my kid is smart. No, she like did great in school. And the rest of us were like, yeah, I mean, we kind of did okay, but she did great. And she was like in student government, like, you know, Reed and I'm sorry, Reed, we could never get anyone to vote for us. She did sports in high school. I was in band. Reed, no. And then she went to, anyway, to highlight this, my parents got this house when we were all a little bit older, and they put a pool in. Okay, now, many of you know where I'm going with this. They tiled a letter into the pool. They could have done an H. They could have done an H. They could have done an R. That would be 2 out of 3. They tiled in a Z. So, when Cynthia and I went to Zena's house to meet Adrian for the first time, it was like, oh my God, like she found another guy who's perfect. Oh my God, like this is just unfair. So we were leaving, she's like, wow, I really like him. I'm like, I know, he's great. This is, like perfect people find a way to find each other. I don't know. And so I had to tell a story to embarrass her, which I wouldn't do here, and I won't, except I'll tell you the story that I told him. So here's the thing, Zena's perfect. No, she is. But, I mean, okay, so like she doesn't have full-blown ADD. She doesn't need to be medicated. But she can get a little frazzled. That's not her fault, it's genetic, okay? But sometimes it's happened to all of us. We're in a hurry, we need to fill up some gas, we put the thing we fill up the gas, we take it out most of the time, and then we drive away. Well, anyway, the taking out part apparently is kind of optional. Anyway. So when I first met Adrian, I'm like, I like to get to know stuff about people. And I said, so what were some of the cool things you did when you were in the military? And he says, well, we would be in these giant airplanes and we would refuel jets in the air. I'm like, get out, that's awesome. And he said, yeah, they fly up and we drive this thing and we refuel them. And I said, so let me get this straight. The jet flies up and then you put fly the gas thingy and connect it to the airplane and you refuel the airplane. And he said, yes. And I said, and then when the planes fly away, do you disconnect first? And he looked at me like I'm a total loser. And I just walked away, and there was then having to explain, well, you see, there was this one time I was... see, I get a little frazzled. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna, now listen, so recently we had a bachelor party in Las Vegas for Adrian, okay? And what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, including a lot of our money, actually. A lot of our money stayed in Vegas. And there's nothing like to make guys bond like poverty. So no, really? People are like, was it like the movie Hangover? No, a hangover lasts like an hour or two. Guilt and explaining it to your wife, that lasts a lot longer. So we're sitting there, Adrian and I were talking, it was like, we were sitting and hanging out. And, we were just talking, I thought, I am so glad my sister's engaged to this guy, because if she was engaged to somebody else, I'd want to introduce her to this guy. I'm like, listen, I don't care about that guy. You should meet this guy. So I'm like, okay, well, if that works out, that's good. Am I exceeding my napkin? Well, so anyway, so I was talking to Adrian. I'm like, are you ready for this? I mean, this is going to be a big, crazy wedding. And he's like, he said, no, the whole dancing and all that your dad kind of prepped me. Okay, he told me what to do. Honey, can you hold the mic for me? Okay, here's how he said you do it, okay? Here it is. Light bulbs, windshield wipers, go away, come back. Okay? That's Arabic dancing in a nutshell. I saw them today, and I just thought, wow, you look beautiful. And Xana looked good, too. So, I only can, remember 2 or 3 names in my head at any one point, but probably more than half the time, when I want to call out Samar, I say Xana. Because in my head, this is what she looks like. And, it's been a real privilege to be Xana's brother. I mean, she doesn't need a big brother to look out for her. I always had a little sister to look out for me. And I can't tell you how happy I am. You did it again. You found perfection, and So, congratulations.